For those of you who don't know, the great majority of the on-the-ground burden of COVID-19 has really fallen upon our county departments of health. And that includes the criticism, the political wrangling, the frontline health decisions, and they really deserve a Purple Heart and a sincere thank you from all of us as this battle against coronavirus continues. I'm really glad that we could be joined by Senator Pat McGuire and Senator Mike Hastings, Senator Jennifer Bertino-Tarrant, and Representative John Connor, all of whom provide really admirable leadership for this region in Springfield. And I have had the great good fortune to be able to work with them over the last year and a half to try to get real things done for people who live right here in both Will County and Kankakee. In a time full of unknowns, I've made a lot of effort to ensure that our residents have as much transparency as possible in Illinois' response to this pandemic. So we all know why we're here today. Region 7, Will and Kankakee counties has joined Region 4, the region nearest to St. Louis, in exceeding an 8% positivity rate, an average positivity rate, based upon the advice of the best doctors in Illinois. That positivity level is a danger signal that triggers new and stricter mitigations based upon the resurgence plan that I announced last month. The positivity level in this region exceeds the positivity levels in California and in North Carolina and is approaching the level of Georgia. This is a red alert for everyone who works and lives here, and it demands a renewed effort to slow the spread of COVID-19. Both Region 4 and Region 7 are seeing positivity rates far above what we see in the rest of the state of Illinois. Even a quick look at this area's neighboring regions reveals positivity rates of 1.8 and 6.7% as of Tuesday, a minimum of 1.5 percentage points below what we're seeing here in Will and Kankakee counties. That's a world of difference in fighting a pandemic. To help reverse that tide, starting tomorrow, Region 7 will be operating under the following new mitigations, we hope on a temporary basis. All indoor bar service and indoor dining service will be closed. Outdoor bars and dining may stay open for table service if they follow the required mitigations, including that all patrons should remain seated and that reservations will be required for any size groups. Bar stools will be removed to help ensure that no ordering, seating, or congregating takes place at bars. All bars, restaurants, gaming facilities, and casinos must close at 11 p.m. Party buses will be closed. And gathering limits will be the lesser of 25 individuals or 25% of overall room capacity. These new mitigations do not change the sports guidance effective August 15th, nor do they affect DCEO's current guidance for outdoor activities not included in what I just discussed. None of these rules are intended to punish or to irritate anyone. They are imposed with a sincere desire to keep the people of Will and Kankakee counties safe and healthy. Look, this virus is insidious. It's a creeping menace that can either make you very sick or cause death, and it may also be carried by you and given to your friends and family even if you don't feel sick. And they could become sick too and die. Relative to other Midwestern states, Illinois currently has a lower positivity rate than most, but our numbers are now getting worse, not better. We must reverse this trend. In the coming days and weeks, depending upon whether we can slow the infection rate, the changes imposed today could be removed, or they could be maintained, or frankly, they could also be strengthened. To a large extent, it'll be up to the residents of each region to decide where they go from here, because if you wear your mask and you keep 6 feet of distance when in public, there will be a lot fewer infections and a lot fewer restrictions. In short, here's how the region can move forward. Number one, if the positivity rate averages less than or equal to 6.5% positivity over a 14-day period, the region will return to phase 4 mitigations under the Restore Illinois plan. If the positivity rate averages between 6.5% and 8%, IDPH will continue to monitor the region to determine if additional mitigations are needed or if at some point they can be removed. If the positivity rate averages greater than or equal to 8% after 14 days, more stringent mitigations will be applied to further reduce the spread of the virus. Following Region 4 last week, Region 7 is the second region to require heightened mitigations since all of Illinois entered phase 4 of our reopening plan in late June. Unfortunately, the Metro East region continues to struggle with high infection rates, with 11 consecutive days of a positivity rate at or above 8%. That region sits at 9.4% today. Should things continue in that direction in Region 4, these same new mitigations that have been imposed on Region 7 will also take effect in Region 4 starting on September 2nd, the end of its 14-day monitoring period since the changes began. My hope and that of IDPH is that imposing stronger mitigations now will result in faster public health progress that will allow us to reopen again sooner. To open businesses and to keep them open, we must slow the rate of the infection across the state. With that in mind, today we're announcing an expanded statewide policy focused on restaurants and bars that's aimed at protecting our workers and slowing the spread. In consultation with the Illinois Restaurant Association and other hospitality industry partners who want to keep their employees and their customers safe, beginning Wednesday, August 26th, all restaurant and bar patrons must wear face coverings, yes, over their noses and their mouths, when interacting with waitstaff and other employees. Customers must follow this rule when food and beverages are brought to the table, when orders are placed, and when picking up carry-out orders. Illinois has had a mask mandate since May 1st of this year, and in most establishments, people are adhering to it. But it's important that we treat hospitality employees just as you would in any retail store or establishment. This new requirement asks a little bit more of our residents dining out in order to protect their health and safety and that of our frontline hospitality workers. Restaurateurs and bar owners want to remain open for business, and we want them to also. And this new requirement will help keep people safe while moving the economy forward, and frankly, that's a goal that we all believe in. And to help in communicating this change as widely as possible, I want all restaurant and bar owners to know that updated guidance and signage are now available to the public on the Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity webpage at DCEOCovid19resources.com. I'm going to say that again, DCEOCovid19resources.com. There are no dashes or dots in the middle of all that except, of course, the .com. I'll end with this. No matter if you're a resident of Joliet or of Kankakee or of East St. Louis or Quincy or Barrington or Chicago, we all want this pandemic to end and to get back to normal. If everyone would wear their mask in public and keep a reasonable distance from one another, we can reduce infections and deaths in a short period of time and keep them low until a vaccine or treatment is discovered and widely available, which I think we all believe can happen in a reasonably short period of time. Find whatever it is that inspires you to do your part. Whether you want to keep yourself safe from this debilitating and potentially deadly virus, whether it's to maximize the chance that children can have in-person learning this fall, or to keep the small business owners and stores in your area in business, to ensure the safety of those who you love, or maybe just to get back to the world where you don't have to think about cases and deaths and positivity rates every day. We might all have different motivations, but we've got to operate with the shared understanding that we will get closer to our goal if we work together on this.